Back with the market, Voltas has managed to support or rather report good numbers despite the cost pressures and the headwinds. They've managed a healthy margin picture this time around. So let's take really the outlook going forward. And of course, how the impact of the second wave is actually hampering their demand, whether it is in the first place or not. Pradeep Bakshi, the MD and CEO at Voltas, joins in the show right now. Pradeep, hi, good morning. Help me understand what's the outlook for FY22 for Voltas, given that the numbers for the previous financial year have been excellent with the company maintaining the levels of growth and margins. Will you be able to better the same going forward or not?
Yeah, you're right. We did very well in the challenging year, which is just gone by, the fiscal. And despite the second wave of the pandemic, our endeavor would be to catch up with the numbers in the balance of the year. I presume that once the lockdown gets over, as the peak of the wave in certain states like Maharashtra, Delhi, and other places, UP and all, is likely to most northern part of the country as well as central part of the country is likely to get over by May end or so. And then once the lockdown gets lifted, I would presume that as done in the last year also, our team will show up the resilience and would be able to catch up with the numbers in the balance of the quarters in second, third, and fourth. The same thing had happened actually in the last year also. I only would keep my fingers crossed so that we are getting the right opportunities in terms of the extended summers probably and the brighter festival season as compared to the last 2 years. If that is there to support us, I think we are going to gun for the numbers which we have clocked in the last 2 years, or slightly better than that as well.
Sure. Pradeep, though this is, the second year in a row that summer sales have coincided with the lockdowns and, curfews taking place in the large part of the country. What's the current demand trend? What is it that you witness in the month of April so far and May as well?
See, unfortunately, because of the lockdown and, there is a scare and a fear in the minds of the consumers. Sentiments have been pretty down actually during this period, last year as well as this year. This year, in the second wave, actually, probably people are more scared to come out of their homes. In fact, there are no channels open whatsoever, including the e-commerce channels also, which are only supposed to deliver the essential items, and non-essential items, which are our kind of products, are not allowed. Actually, unfortunately, the sales, we're not witnessing any sales whatsoever at the moment. Only thing is, we are trying to meanwhile gear up our plants, our manufacturing setups, also made in India products, which is in line with government's initiative and government's encouragement that we have to come up with our own products. Factories are gearing up, we're ramping up our production so that once the lockdowns get lifted, that time we should be able to gear up to cater to the rising demands. What is also happening is during the festival season and during this pandemic times, when the lockdown is there and people are mostly working from home only, that time people are looking up to usage of more appliances. Actually, there is more usage of appliances happening, including the cooling products, refrigerators, washing machine, dishwashers. All these products are coming in demand because there is a more usage happening, and also people who are planning to upgrade their appliances. So all these sales are coming up. So largely I'm witnessing, and we are witnessing, that sales for these products are in great demand. Actually, you would have noticed from the results as well, attraction for dishwashers, microwave ovens, which was not there at all, or which is actually microwaves had actually literally died down. In fact, there was no growth coming whatsoever, or rather declining. In the last year, we've seen, and last few months, we've been witnessing that, there's been a great demand coming up for these products as well. Even the refrigerators, people are trying different dishes sitting at homes. They're trying to, making use of all sorts of air conditioners, air coolers to keep their environment, and ambience reasonably, good enough for allowing them to work as what they used to witness in their offices. So I think probably all in all, the demand, as you asked, is going to be and has been and is also going to be in this year would be more towards these appliances. And work from home actually is sort of blessings in disguise for these appliances and the brands to garner numbers from these appliances.
Okay. What is your current capacity utilization as well? And are you looking at any expansion, any progress on the new facility, for example, planned in South India?
You see, we've got 4 plants currently running on operational, based out of Rudrapur, Pantnagar, and 2 in Gujarat, one in Sanand and one in Baroda. There are 4 plants already, in place, and actually, most of these plants are currently actually running in full capacities. Our room air conditioners have been, the way the business has grown over the last few years, we are running at the full capacity. In fact, so much so we had to import a couple of units as well as we had to outsource units from within, India, from OEMs in order to fulfill our requirements. So we are ramping up our production facilities currently, both at Pantnagar as well as in Gujarat. Even the new plant at Sanand, which is manufacturing direct cool refrigerator, is also running almost at full capacity currently. And we are looking at as to how can we expand all these capacities so that we are able to cater to the rising demands. And of course, to answer your very question about the South India plant, of course, it is currently at an nascent stage, though we've been trying for a big land parcel in South India. And most likely we are likely to conclude onto that. We have already allocated resources in terms of investments and other resources, manpower and all has already been lined up for this particular facility. And hopefully, but unfortunately, as you would have noticed that, because of lockdown over the last, 1.5 years, the plan has got a bit delayed. But nevertheless, we have been working on that, and we are in the process of, ordering our machinery, so that, the moment we finalize, we will be able to set up the manufacturing, and within the course of next 1.5 year, approximately, the factory should be ready for production of air conditioners to begin with, and later on we will try produce other products as well from that factory also. So that will be the 5th factory, besides the 4th factory already in place and running in full capacities.
All right, Mr. Bakshi, I just wanted to come in, to talk a little bit about now. I just wanted to come in, sorry for that interruption. We're a bit short on time, but in plans to gain market share and retain market share going forward, and are there any at a time like this, excuse me, new product categories that you're looking to enter into?
See, as far as, our endeavor has always been basis the consumer insights as to what all new products we can, introduce and how can we fulfill the consumer requirement. So, as a responsible brand from the house of Tatas, we've always strived to ensure that our services remain focused on our consumers and the nation's need at large. Promptly, responding to the situation, last year we had introduced a couple of new products, including the dishwashers, including the new range of refrigerators, washing machines, also adjustable pure ACs, state-of-the-art UVC LED system was introduced both in our commercial air conditioning, ductable air conditioners, as well as in the room air conditioners, so that the impact of the virus can be reduced. So all these, products had got, a lot of good traction from the marketplace. We also introduced UV-based duct and surface disinfectants solutions, and that also received a very good response from the marketplace. We will continue to expand our portfolio of cooling, comfort, and convenience products in line with the consumer expectations and the insights which we continue to gather from the market. So our endeavor has been always in that direction, and will continue to ramp up. Also, we are looking at in our commercial refrigeration segment, introduction of, new products like, cold rooms, as well as, for which can enable the storage of vaccination. We've been working with, several, big manufacturers, as well as, the new, vaccines which are likely to land in India. So we are getting up for that as well. And we are looking at as to how can we cater to these rising demands of, storage of vaccination as well.
Thank you, Mr. Bakshi, and all the very best for the coming quarters. On that note, let's wrap it up then right here on the show. From everyone that put the show together, many thanks for watching. Stay tuned for Buy Now, Sell Now.